Hello, Patreon friends. I have an example here that I want to talk about in regards to remote viewing, the process of remote viewing, the different types of remote viewing, meaning the different ways that people will quote unquote remote view, and even that term then becomes inaccurate because not everyone can see visual images in their mind. The term for that is aphantasia, where certain individuals, including myself, I have a range of aphantasia, which means that it's not easy for me to have visual images in my mind, which is what most people think of when they think of this kind of quote-unquote psychic information or remote viewing, as if there's images in the mind, movies playing out, and you're doing it. Sometimes that happens. That stuff happens sometimes, but it doesn't happen every single time. And sometimes you may go through, or I may go. I don't want to speak for any other viewers, but for myself, I may go through a remote viewing session, and the visual aspect of it is not the prominent force. The dimensionality of it, spatial. Ooh, come on, kid, find your place. Come on, girl. Come on, go look out the window. Go look out the window. The spatialness of it, how the emotional ends of it, and that kind of thing may be the prominent way that they document and experience it. As someone like myself who has a range of aphantasia, I've had to, and I've spoken about this before, but I need to continually speak about it because I'm the only one speaking about it. And it's very important to discuss aphantasia and the other ways that people perceive remote ranges of time and space. And it's not a good or bad thing. It only means that people process information differently. Not everybody processes information the same way. There's no cookie cutter way that is right for everybody. And the only way to find that out is through dedicated exploration personally. This example that I have here, the target is here, the Western Wall in Israel. And in the session, none of the session is based on visual. It is all what can be described here as stereognosis, meaning the ability to perceive and recognize the form of an object in the absence of visual and auditory information by using tactile information to provide cues for texture, size, spatial properties, temperatures, etc. That is how my brain was processing the information during this remote viewing experience. And other people may find that as well. As I've talked about aphantasia several times, I have had people not email me, but comment on my videos who thanked me for talking about aphantasia because they felt that based on the way remote viewing was presented to them as a predominantly visual experience, or the way they have seen psychic, quote-unquote, psychic phenomena in the media or in the movies, TV shows, they will show a person having this full technicolor visual experience that they're experiencing. And so I've had people who were very emotional thanking me for talking about aphantasia. And that if you have aphantasia, you can do everything else in regards to remote viewing, because the brain is going to process all of that and recode it, redefine it, and present it in the way that a individual particular brain processes information. It's not better and it's not worse. It's just a different way of processing information. This is a longer session here, so I'm going to kind of move through as to what was taking place. Going through my low stuff here, ideograms and stuff like that. I'm getting some like ideas here of something that is finished or completed. These are just some ideas that are coming through. Again, not something that's coming through the visual cortex of my brain. Do a few more ideograms. And then this is all coming through proprioception and the stereognosis, that what I'm dealing with is a long structure here. It's a long structure. There's something on top, but it's not coming visually. What's that? Oh, the idea of feeding something. Getting some other ideas here that I'm just getting them out of my head as I'm going through the process of what do I have here, because I'm getting dimensional sensations and I'm getting proprioception experiences. So I'm going to go to other elements of my nervous system to see what else I can flush out as far as how my brain is describing, translating what this range of time and space is as it exists in whatever state that it exists in. And that's the cool part. So there's some kind of a walkway here that I'm perceiving. In front of the building is like some kind of a courtyard of some sort. There's people there. What do I got here? It's fortified and it's thick and it's heavy. That's what I'm saying right here. Let me go back. I think the audio will work on this. Thick, fortified, heavily. It's strong. It's built up. Again, these are ideas. They're not coming from a visual base. But they're all good. I'm deep into the experience here. I'm enjoying it immensely. Strength. I'm enjoying it immensely by just going through all of these feelings. Beefed up, strength, security, I'm writing here. Security. Nice yawn. Protection, all of these things. Protection of others. And there's a security to it. It's a secured place, which it is. There's some barbed wire I'm sensing on the top, and there's barbed wire up here. It is fortified and secured. A stronghold. And again, a feeling of security. That's about it. So all those things are here at this location, or as I call this range of time and space here, which we call the Western Wall in Israel. And so I was able to have a very good experience of this location without having a visual experience, and that is That's what this video is about. That is what this video is about. So for people who are interested in remote viewing and maybe you're apprehensive, or if you have aphantasia, meaning your mind doesn't work in visuals, and if you think you can't do remote viewing or have a perceptual experience, I want to tell you that you can. You can. Other parts of your brain are going to take over, and you'll experience it differently. That's all it means. That's all it means. So that's it for this video. I just wanted to kind of give an example here. I wanted to give an example here of an actual remote viewing experience that was a process of proprioception and stereognosis, so that I can show it as an example as opposed to just talking about it. So I hope you find this interesting, and many more to come.